transferring me from one prison to the other. But the prison that we had a layover at, and I believe that this was for something to happen to me because of the charge. And some may, well, what is the charge? I was convicted of assault on a police officer at JFK Airport. One day I'll probably get to tell that story, but time will not permit that today. But fast forward, they transferring me, and I see that the officers, that 2 white officers, they got me in a van. I'm about to no other prisoners with me, just myself. We were riding through upstate New York, the back roads. There was no traffic. There was no lights on the highway. But the whole time that I'm in the van, I'm praying. I'm asking Allah to protect me. And I get to the prison, but not knowing that there was a brother at that prison who had just went to court that morning to get sentenced and receive 44 years on top of the sentence that he had already had or he was doing time on. And they put me in the cell with the brother. The brother said to me when I walked in the cell, he said, brother, I told the administration if they put anyone in the cell with me tonight, that I'm going to kill them. I'm like, damn. This is what I got to deal with tonight. So you better call them and tell them to get you out of here because that's what I'm going to do. He's talking about killing me. It could have been anyone else, but I said, okay, this is the enemy. They want to do something to me. So these are the things that they're doing. I tried to talk to the brother. He didn't want to hear it. I called him brother. He said, I ain't your damn brother. You know what my mind went to at that point? I'm going to bed. The hell with you. Whatever you going to do, you going to do it. I didn't feel that he was going to do what he was going to do or what he said he was going to do. So I went to step up on his bunk to get on my bunk, which was the top bunk. He said, don't put your feet either on my mattress or you're going to have to get up that best way you can, but you can't put your feet on my bunk. I said, in my mind, that's impossible. I slid my feet under his mattress. I got up on the bunk. I'm waiting for a response from him. I didn't get a response. So I tried to, again, talk with the brother. And I asked him the question, brother, have you ever heard of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? And then I forget I don't know what he said, but I began to talk. One of the things that were going around in the prison when I was in, and I never, said that that's not the case. They said I was the bodyguard of the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan. So I looked at it and said, you know what? I do secure him when he's around. And so I mentioned that to the brother. And man, we had a beautiful conversation. I went to sleep and woke up the next morning. I don't even remember falling asleep. I woke up the next morning, they put the handcuffs on me again. And I walked out the cell and he said, whatever the goodbye was, Muhammad. I heard Muhammad. Take care, Muhammad. And I went on to the next prison that they, of course, locked me up in. I remember when I was arraigned. I got convicted and I'm on my way to Rikers Island. And that particular day, they didn't take me through the prison or the hallways or wherever you go to transport soldiers to the bus they took me outside on the sidewalk in the middle of the day or evening. It was evening. We call rush hour pedestrian traffic in New York City. 2 officers were behind me and they didn't hold my left arm or my right arm. I'm handcuffed and I'm walking through people that I know that can cross cross behind me and be in between those officers. And I would look back and it looked like they was keeping a distance. And I said, they want me to do something. They want me to run or they want a reason to shoot me down right on the sidewalk. So I saw things like that. and I was able to get around it by I didn't let them provoke me. I know why they were doing what they were doing. I was convicted of assaulting a police officer, and someone wanted to avenge that, but I didn't do anything to allow them to do anything to me.
And the wisdom and all praises be to Allah. My eyes are watering listening to you, and you were right on point, because they were setting up the stage for them to take your life in the effort of responding and retaliating for what happened to one of their own. But man, that is a beautiful testimony. I got to ask you this: did you ever share that with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that experience about you with the brother in the prison?
Not the minister have never heard about my experience prior to what happened at the airport that day.
Cap.
He had never heard what happened at the airport that day, what happened 3 days before that day. And he had never, I spoke with him when I was in prison, of course, while I was in prison.
Wow.
He allowed me to call him from time to time.
Wow.
Well, it wasn't from time to time. Whenever I picked up the phone to call him, he took the call.
Wow.
While I was in prison. But he don't know the details about what happened and how that whole thing happened. Yeah. Not from my mouth.
Cap, you gotta write him. You gotta write him. Because, and this is how this show, that's one of the reasons why this show came about. Because I sat at the dinner table with the minister in the hotel once, and Sister Claudette she had just wrote a book, and the minister had read it and did the foreword, and he said, "Sister, these are the stories that I don't hear about."